let us look at each of the options one by one in this question. The first option says, can I compare total number of boys in 97-98 to total number of girls in 98-99? Can I from the data find out the total number of boys or the total number of girls? No, because it simply tells me the average marks according to primary, secondary and total. Something I cannot find, I cannot compare also, hence it cannot be option A. For similar reasons, if I look at option B, it also talks about total number of boys, total number of girls. This is also something I cannot compare, hence this cannot be a possible solution. Similarly, if you look at D, it again talks about total number of students in 99 is highest. Again, I cannot compare this. Now, the only two options which remain are C and E. Let us see what C talks about. C talks about total number of students in primary in the year 96-97, and it asks me to compare with total number of students in secondary classes in the years 96-97. Now, this seems plausible because in the previous question we have seen that we could find out in 96 what was the comparison between primary and secondary student boys. So let us see if we can apply the same logic and find out this particular data. If you see, we are basically required to find out and compare the total number of boys and girls in the primary with that in the secondary for the year 96-97. Now, let us say that the boys in 96 primary are B1 and these are B2. Similarly, these are G1 and these are G2. This is B3 and B4, and correspondingly this is G3 and G4. Now, we know the average of this also. If you look at B1 and B2, which is 40 and 54, we know the average is 48. Now, this average 48 is nearer to 54 compared to 40, because I know 54 minus 48 is 6, whereas 48 minus 40 is 8. So, this is nearer to B2. Hence, I can say B2 is greater than B1. Similarly, if I look at G1 and G2, I see 54 and 62 and the average is 58. 58 is exactly midway between 54 and 62. Hence, I can say G2 is equal to G1. Now, B3 and B4, the average of 72 and 60 is 64. Now, this 64 is obviously closer to 60 compared to 72. Hence, I can say B4 is greater than B3. Now, when I compare G3 and G4, I again see the average, which is 72, is closer to 68 compared to 80. Hence, I can say that G4 has to be greater than G3. Now, definitely point for point, each of these four quantities are greater or equal to than each of the corresponding four quantities here. Hence, the sum also has to be greater. So, hence I can say that the total number of students in secondary in 96 and 97 is more than that of the primary. Hence, my correct option becomes option C. C is the correct choice in this case.